And look who's back. Headbangers and Hooligans, your show. Yes, I needed a break. And as always, thank you for listening. Yours truly, Scummalicious. No, I haven't left the country. I just needed a little break, kind of get the brain recharged. So I watched Stranger Things, The Punisher, Ozark. That's a pretty cool show, by the way. It was kind of a Netflix holiday for me. And I was basically a vegetable for about 5 days. Just looking at this fucking computer screen and show after show. Was that pathetic? Kind of. But I needed it. And it was good, because I'm ready to go now. And Rancid is still the band of the month for November. A couple days left. But I'm going to tell you real quick. You are going to love the band of the month for December. They just make sense because the Christmas holidays coming up. I have a couple songs connected with Christmas and Star Wars, the new movies coming out. There's a band that I like a lot. You've heard me talk about them a lot. And you can connect them with the Star Wars franchise. That pretty much just gave it away. That's okay. For those that don't know, you'll find out here on Friday. Now, Rancid. Great band. And I've talked ad nauseum about Tim Armstrong, the voice. I love the voice. It's unique. There's nobody that sounds like him. And the people that hate it, they just fucking hate it. You're not going to change your mind on his voice. I get that. But to me, I would rather have somebody that sounds unique. Like Johnny Rotten. Would you consider him a great singer? No. But that voice was so powerful because it was so different. And honestly, there still has never been a voice like that. And you can say the same thing about Tim Armstrong. Call me crazy, but it really is just something that draws you in. Well, it did for me. And you know, I like the way Lars sings and Matt Freeman, but to me, Tim Armstrong is the guy that I enjoy listening to the most as far as singing. But the guts, the meat of Rancid is the lyrics. It always has been for me. You know, that's what really connected me with the band. And I don't know why I did it. 12. Why did I pick that number? Just to be an asshole. Because it's what I do. I can't pick a normal number like 10 or 15, 20. It's always got to be a weird number sometimes. And so I picked 12. Now, listen. There are definitely more songs than just 12 from Rancid that have great lyrics. I just chose these 12 as the ones I like the best. And they're not in order, okay? You know, I didn't rank them from 12 to 1. I like them all the same. And so with that, let's do this. My favorite 12 song lyrics from Rancid. Alright, so to kick it off, Detroit. It's off the debut. It's just a great song, and I've talked about this song quite a bit as being one of their best songs, and this was when they were still a three-piece. Lars wasn't in the band yet. And I like the way he starts the second verse here. Tim sings, detained in illegal custody, spent the night in jail with a drunken priest and a hooker, $500 bail. I love that part. Because you can hear him sing that, and you feel like you're right there with him. You do. You feel like you're in that jail cell with Tim Armstrong at that time. Which is kind of cool. That means he's a pretty effective songwriter. Number 2, and remember, these aren't in any order. Just, it's all at random. It's songs I listen to, and when I hear them, I'm like, those lyrics kick ass. Basically, that's what this is. This show. Name. Next last song off of Let's Go. And I love the bridge. There's 2 of them. 2 bridges before the chorus on the song. A million days and nights, all this pain and struggle, all for what I ask, all the hate and trouble. You don't know my name. Man, you don't know my name. You know, that typical Tim Armstrong fashion. Yeah, he just has a way of describing just the struggles of every day that I know I can relate to, you know. And he's talking about working at a job, and a lot of these big companies, they don't give two shits about you. Clock in, do your fucking time, go home, just make sure you do your job. You know, don't dilly-dally and talk to all the other workers. You're expendable. You're just a number. And I've had a couple jobs like that, so I feel his pain on that song. Number 3, Burn. And this is off Let's Go To. And I said this before, you could literally come up with like 50 songs from Rancid that have amazing lyrics. So trust me, I know somebody will listen to this like, how could you forget this song? And somebody else would say, why would you put Burn on there and not whatever, Salvation maybe? You know, everybody can have their own favorite lyrics. That's what's good about this band. Lots of good shit to pick from. Burn. Why can't I walk on through and not feel like one is in hell? We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. Why can't I? You don't want to hear me do that for 2 minutes, let alone, what was that, like 15 seconds? Anyway, right? Like those words? I mean, to me, when you hear these songs, and I'm kind of beating a dead horse, you do feel like you're in this song. At least I do. He connected with me, and I started listening to Rancid in 1994. I haven't stopped. So, 23 years. Song number 4, listed MIA. That's off Out Come the Wolves. Remember that bad boy? God damn it, man. I almost had it stuck in the sewer beneath all the maggots. And of course, Lars sings this one. I know you remember if you're a hardcore Rancid fan. And then in the second verse, he says, God damn it, man. I almost had it. They threw me out the door. They're calling me a faggot. And that song there, too, is one of the Buckster's favorites, also. Not his favorite Rancid song, but one of them. You know, Lars is saying about being different, people looking at him, you're not one of us, you're a fucking freak. A lot of people can relate to that song, right? Song 5 already. Kind of flying through this. And I get it. It's kind of sloppy. You can tell I've had a few days off. Takes me a little bit to get my game back on track, but I'm getting there. Just gotta bear with me. Blood Clot. Swing your fist, whack stitches in the face. Fuck ups on me, I feel sorry I work here. Well, I'm a bad motherfucker. Driving me insane, so don't you even bother. Who am I to blame? And that's, of course, Lars sings the vocals on that, the lead vocals. And this is one of them songs, of course, this was off Life Won't Wait. The backup vocals. Rancid doesn't get enough credit for that. They're really good at their backup vocals. And I've said that a lot when reviewing their music. But yeah, 2 in a row from Lars on vocals. And even though Tim's my favorite, like I said before, Lars is good too. Lars is more of a shouter, right? So, you know, and he brings a different element. And then, of course, Matt Freeman is like the gruff sounding guy. Really, really gruff. Not death metal growl, but still a pretty good growl. Song number 6, Cash, Culture, and Violence. I really love this song. And Dickie Barrett does backup vocals on this song, too, from the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. There's a nice little nugget for you. And To Move Up For Him, about crushing them, And I'll kick you plain and simple. It's a sin, man. It's a high into the corner where the one leads. Well, it gets so fucking high that your nose bleeds. And this is one of those songs where Tim's voice kind of makes the song better than it would normally be. If somebody else was singing the song like Lars, it'd be okay, but the song is more effective with Tim singing it. He makes the lyrics sound more important. That's just my opinion. I'm sure there's plenty of other people that disagree with me, but on that particular song, the lyrics sound better with Tim on the mic. That was pretty fucking lame. Alright. Song 7, 1998. We're still on the album Life Won't Wait. Same fucking shit, 1998. Lifting bait and by the fuckers that he hates. Hit some fucking people by the Kennedy Strait. Who's got the bag gonna seal his fate? And that is a song that kind of slowly grew on me. When I first listened to it, I was like, it's okay. But over the years, the more I listened to it, yeah. And those lyrics help. Anytime Tim Armstrong is throwing out F-bomb after F-bomb, I'm hooked. Antennas. This is off the self-titled album. And I was reading on this album. Boy, a lot of fans don't like this one. I mean, there's still a few that be like, oh, I love this. This is my favorite Rancid album. But there's a lot of hate for this album. And I like it because it is so different. They weren't going for nice sing-along songs on the self-titled album. It was just straight out, we're going to sing whatever the fuck we sing. We're going to do it in 2 minutes. And who cares if there's any melody in any of the songs. Gotta respect them for that. Doing something different. Antennas. You're selling sexism. You're selling racism. You're selling anything you get your fucking hands on. Oh, they talk to you. Oh, you're the town man. High profile Hollywood scumbag. Let California fall into the fucking ocean. And Tim Armstrong repeats that line over and over. Let California fall into the fucking ocean. A lot of people would probably agree with that. Especially with all the shit going in Hollywood right now. I'm not going to get into that. I'll do that on the Scum Report. But you know what I'm talking about. And Antennas was on the disc with NoFX. NoFX. They actually did a decent song. A decent version of that song. They really did. I was surprised. Fat Mike did a good job covering that tune. Not easy for me to give him compliments, but I will when he deserves them. Number 9, Travis Bickle. Remember him? That was Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. Yeah, that's the movie. Couldn't spit it out. I'm rusty. You can tell, can't you? It's a rusty show. Gotta get these cobwebs worked out. But trust me, the show was better for it. I needed a break. I really did. Alright, Travis Bickle. And all the junkies, they know my name. And every city looks the fucking same. And the derelicts who roam the streets are all the same. And the scum surfaces up and has no one to fucking blame. Later on, Tim sings, there's no fucking way to get out of this hell. And the whole time you're listening to that song, you can picture Robert De Niro in that movie, you know, The Vigilante. Great movie, by the way. Taxi cab driver loses it and just starts killing people, killing scumballs that deserve to be killed. But really like the lyrics on that one. Number 10, I went with Roadblock. I don't know if a lot of hardcore fans like this song like I do, but it's kind of turned into one of my favorite Rancid songs. And it's off Indestructible, like Travis Bickle. I didn't mention that, but that song is off Indestructible too. Roadblock. Go to work, go to school, get a fucking job, sit at home like a fucking slob. I prowl the street, I'm the fucking law, so I choose it, I use it, I won't fucking lose it. Okay then. I know I'm listening. once again, he just the way Rancid describes whatever they're singing about, it's real. You feel like you're there. Last One to Die, song 11. I love the song. I don't care that a couple people rip on me for it. Oh, really? That's such a lame song. It's like a pop song. Really? I fucking disagree. Everyone's saying we gotta take a chance and tell them what the hell went wrong. We only listen to the words that we sing now. A million are singing along. And I just think it's a cool song about the way he's saying, listen, no one expected us to be a band this long or even record songs that people would listen to. And I don't know how many records Out Come the Wolves sold. Actually, I'm going to look that up. Give me a sec. Yeah, Out Come the Wolves is gold, which is at least 500,000 copies. That's pretty fucking good. And that song is kind of describing that. And I know Out Come the Wolves came out, 95, 96, whatever. But still, for them to keep recording and create music, and a lot of people rip on them, they're still getting after it. They're still recording albums, and they don't give a shit who's listening. They're going to still record as a band, and they should. And song 12, All American Neighborhood. Overdose, see dead man for a guy before my pussy's death. Oxycontin, no future, no job. Noblest drug dealer, pharmacist, have 'em all. And that song is off of Troublemaker that came out this year. And there you have it. Those are my 12 favorite song lyrics from Rancid. And like I said before, another fan will have 12 different songs that they would pick. That's why Rancid is so awesome. And wow, only 2 days left for him as Band of the Month. Don't know what I'm going to do for sure tomorrow, but I'm back. Yeah. And I'm still taking over the internet. Take it easy, and if it's easy, take it twice. I'm out.